I had already broken off the engagement with Willow, the CEO's fiancée. But she refused to believe it and even thought I was jealous of her little assistant. She even threatened that if I didn't bow my head and apologize to her assistant before the wedding, she would marry him on the spot instead. What she never expected was that on the day of the wedding, not only did I not show up, I flew to another city to marry the nation's beloved film queen. What I didn't expect was that just 3 hours after Willow saw the live stream of our wedding, she barged into the venue, and the video of her failed attempt to sabotage the ceremony went viral across the entire internet. Chapter 1. The day I risked my life to win the Best Actor Gold Award, the host asked me to call the person I was most grateful for. I dialed Willow's number and explained why I was calling. But her impatient voice came through the speaker. If winning this award can bring me a few projects, fine. If not, don't call me. The whole venue went silent. My embarrassed expression instantly went viral. Yet the next moment, Willow posted a picture on Instagram of her male assistant looking pitiful. Some silly little idiot lost the contract again. But this time, it only made me lose 100 million. That's progress. He deserves praise. Seeing that, I suddenly felt everything was pointless. I dialed the number of my arch-nemesis, the Best Actress. You were right. Someone who doesn't love me will never love me even if I win Best Actor. A bet is a bet. I'll marry you. Then the wedding was set for 7 days later. I'll wait for you. Just after I hung up, Willow pushed the door open. Her eyes swept lightly over the trophy in the display cabinet. You're back from the awards ceremony. I won't be home for dinner tonight. Company gathering. Then she hurriedly grabbed a gift bag from the coffee table and left. I watched her back, unable to say the words. I want to talk about canceling our engagement. Forget it. It's only a verbal engagement anyway. 7 days from now, I'll be marrying Anna. Everyone in the city will know. My assistant David suddenly called me. George, the hotel for the wrap-up banquet is booked. Room 808. Come quick. I immediately drove over. Unfortunately, right next to the private room in 807, I heard a familiar voice. President Liu is really generous to Makoto. This RM watch is a classic model worth over 5 million, right? Willow's lips curved with a faint smile. Makoto likes it, so I gave it to him as a year-end bonus. My whole body stiffened. Through the crack in the door, I saw Willow leaning in Makoto's arms, eating the shrimp he fed her in small bites. There was a banner on the wall. The adorable puppy boy toy lost 100 million again, and the beautiful CO is working overtime to coax him. A waiter happened to walk out after serving dishes, and I hurried to put on my mask, pretending to ask casually, "Is this a company gathering? Why such an exaggerated banner?" The waiter answered as if it were normal. "Oh, the CEO of the Liu Group is holding a celebration banquet for her assistant. That assistant can lose 100 million and still be praised. But we wage slaves get our pay docked for being 1 minute late. But the boss spoils him. He just has to act cute or do a playful sweep leg dance and the lady boss melts." My chest tightened. At some point, Willow, who once loved me like her life, had changed. No matter how hard I tried, she began to ignore everything. When I worked hard to land my first commercial, she just said, "Blind luck. You won't get another chance next time." When I won an award for my first theater play, she scoffed. "Actors are just performers selling smiles and bodies. This award is cheap. Don't show it off to me." I felt wronged and thought it was because I wasn't working hard enough. Later, when I graduated top of my film academy class in the capital, I even skipped my commencement speech and rushed to wait under her dorm just to hear one compliment. But in the woods, I saw her tightly hugging that junior, Makoto. Makoto looked sorrowful. "Willow, my advisor said I might have to delay graduation because I failed a course. Why am I so stupid?" Willow stood on tiptoe to pat his head, her expression gentler than anything she had ever shown me. "You're not stupid at all. And with me here, you won't delay graduation. As soon as you graduate, come to my company and be my personal assistant." Seeing this, my heart ripped open. When Willow turned her head slightly, I fled in panic. At the time, I treated it as a minor incident. After all, Willow loved me deeply. She had rejected countless wealthy heirs far richer and more powerful than me for my sake. It was impossible she'd fall for Makoto, a student. After we got engaged, I worked even harder, hoping for more of her affection. But now I understand, they are exactly like characters from a novel, the dominant SEO heroine and the adorable clueless puppy boy male lead. Willow never cared whether someone was outstanding. As long as she liked him, no matter how dumb he was, she would tolerate him. And someone who doesn't love me? No matter how hard I try, she will never love me. Composing myself, I pushed open the door of room 808. Unexpectedly, one of Lou Group's managers waddled over with a big belly. The waiter said there's a D-list male celeb here. Our boss's boyfriend is having a celebration banquet. Tell that little celeb to do a sweep leg dance to liven things up. If he performs well, President Lou will invest in his future dramas. David snapped. What do you mean D-list celeb? Our George is. I pressed down David's hand and asked calmly, how much does President Lou spoil him? The manager immediately began counting on his fingers. Recently, President Lou bought Assistant Ito a Ferrari just because he accidentally spilled coffee and got scared. When he got a pentakill in a game, she even made that day a company anniversary and gave everyone bonuses. I heard President Lou lit up the Sky Lantern auction to buy a 10-carat diamond ring. Looks like the two of them are close to tying the knot. Chapter 2. Everyone held their breath in fear. Everyone knew Willow was my fiancée. My phone wallpaper had been the photo of us holding hands for 3 years. David couldn't help muttering under his breath. Keeping someone that stupid around instead of firing him, insane. He didn't notice that the hand hanging at my side was trembling uncontrollably. All these years, the only ring Willow ever gave me was a plain silver band from a street stall outside our school, 50 yuan. And even that, I only got after fighting desperately to earn first place in my entire major. Hey, are you going or not? President Lou is still waiting. Get lost. David shoved the man out. I took a deep breath in my heart. Don't mind it. There are only a few days left before I can leave this suffocating relationship. I raised my glass and toasted everyone. Everyone, my new movie Velvety Warmth is about to start filming. When the time comes, I hope you all can help promote it. The atmosphere in the private room eased a little. After eating a bit, everyone dispersed. Late at night, Willow came home, her cheeks slightly flushed. She didn't see the sobering soup I cooked, she only held an empty glass and let out a self-mocking laugh. I heard you chased me to the hotel. Since you came, why didn't you come in to see me? My staff had to invite you again and again. Alright, you're a best actor now. Big ego. Who could persuade you? I said calmly, you were holding a celebration banquet for your boyfriend. I didn't want to interrupt. Willow froze for a moment, then spoke displeased. Are you that petty and narrow-minded? Employees were just joking. Makoto is my assistant and also my junior from school. He's worked hard these years. It's perfectly reasonable to reward him with a celebration banquet. Worked hard. Makoto losing a project worth 100 million counted as worked hard. But when I drank myself half dead at business banquets with investors, damaging my liver, just to secure resources for her, what did that count as? Once I forced down 2 caddies of white liquor just to beg an investor to take a loss for Willow and salvage a nearly collapsed deal. The investor agreed. But when I clutched my cramping stomach and happily told Willow the good news, she looked at me with disgust. A man should stand tall on his own. You relying on drinking with men to get investments for me is the same as selling your soul. I don't want dirty money like that. You know how filthy the entertainment circle is better than I do. Don't volunteer to jump into the cesspool. I stood there helplessly. The contract transfer letter in my hand felt unbearably heavy. I let out a bitter laugh. Willow, let's break up. Willow rubbed her temples. My head hurts. I'm not in the mood to deal with your tantrum. I was about to say I was serious when Willow's phone rang. Sweetheart, I got cut by a blade. The moment Makoto played the victim, Willow immediately grabbed her car keys and rushed out. You cut your hand? Why are you so careless? I'm coming right now. George, go to bed early. Makoto faints at the sight of blood. I need to check on him. She left like a gust of wind, and didn't come back the whole night. I didn't sleep at all. Early the next morning, I took a document to the Lu group. It was the joint savings both families had put aside for our engagement, principal plus interest totaling over 200 million. Since I'd already decided to call off the engagement, and I also needed funds for my new movie, it was time to settle it. But just as I walked through the company entrance, someone sprayed chili powder directly into my face. Makoto burst into laughter and came over with his phone to film. Let me see which unlucky guy was late this time. Chapter 3. My face burned violently. I'm allergic to chili powder. Makoto looked shocked. Sir, who are you? You don't seem like one of our employees. Enduring the pain, I said, do you know this already counts as intentional injury? I can sue you. At that moment, Willow stepped out of the president's private elevator. When she saw me, tension flashed through her eyes, just for a second. Then her expression cooled. What happened to your face? Makoto stuck out his tongue and saluted her playfully. Reporting, sweetheart, this guy got hit by our employee tardiness penalty. But he says I intentionally hurt him and wants me punished. What should we do? Willow gave him a pampering look, then turned a cold gaze back to me. George, don't make a fuss. This is indeed our company's punishment for employees who arrive late. You just happened to run into it. Watching the two of them interact, my heart sank. I remembered back in school, once I wasn't looking where I was going and bumped into the campus bully, and the bully slapped me. I didn't think much of it, but Willow was furious all day. After school, she brought her family's bodyguards and dragged the bully into an alley to beat him up. If you dare bully George again, I'll have you taken care of permanently. This daughter of a wealthy family, always arrogant and aloof, protected me as if I were her life. No one dared touch me again. But now, Makoto sprayed me with the chili powder I feared most, and she didn't care at all. When did Willow begin to change? I didn't know. As I walked closer, I noticed a faint reddish mark on Willow's neck, ambiguous, intimate. The spoils of a night she hadn't come home. She noticed where I was looking and awkwardly covered her neck. Mosquito bite. I scratched it. Mosquitoes in the dead of winter. A flimsy excuse. I wiped my face with a wet tissue. Even if the company punishes employees for being late, you at least need a time clock record first. You punish after hearing the beep of late. My fingerprint was never registered in your system. He clearly recognized my face and sprayed me on purpose. I can sue. Makoto's face went pale, and he shuffled closer to Willow. President Lu. I really didn't mean to. Don't freak out. In the Lu group, no one's gonna touch you. Willow gave him this reassuring glance, then turned half-mockingly toward me. Movie star Wang showing up early morning to stir shit at my company. Should I be the one suing you instead? Soft whispers bubbled around us. Isn't that the new best actor, George? Is he tight with President Lu? I think he's trying to seduce President Lu. TSK. Anyone can see President Lu only likes Assistant Ito. Dude doesn't stand a chance. My face felt like it was on fire. I sucked in a deep breath and handed her the document. Sign it. Dead silence. Seeing the words on the paper, Willow grabbed my arm and dragged me upstairs, straight to her office. What the hell are you trying to pull? I said it yesterday, we're done. We need to settle things. Willow narrowed her eyes, leaning back in her chair. What tricks you playing now? I know you're jealous. Makoto's my junior. You throw a tantrum over me looking after him once and then talk about breaking up. I don't have time to play house with you. Take your papers and leave. I tucked the document away. Didn't matter if she signed it, I only needed my share of the funds anyway. As I turned, Willow called after me. Go apologize to Makoto. You scared him earlier. I stayed silent. I knew this was coming, but it still stabbed at my chest. A flicker of something complicated flashed in Willow's eyes. Makoto isn't like you. He's innocent and simple-minded. Don't use your entertainment industry tricks to scare him. Makoto entered, eyes red. Willow, I heard everything. I didn't know he was your fiancé. If I'd known, no matter how wronged I felt, I'd never ask him to apologize. But then I spoke gently. I'm sorry. Chapter 4. Willow hadn't expected me to apologize so fast. Her face froze. You, she opened her mouth, but I'd already turned and left. 6 days left. 6 days until I could walk away from Willow for good. I wasn't wasting time on dumb arguments or tangled drama anymore. That evening, I had a banquet, a promotional gala for the new movie, full of elites and big-shot investors. Before stepping in, I took a deep breath. Even if love was dead, at least I had my career. Luxurious black suit, hand on a wine glass, mingling with investors, talking film futures. When they heard the cast of velvety warmth, eyes lit up. Mr. Wang's mother was a legendary screenwriter. Always wanted to collab. Best actor Wang is President Liu's fiancé. With Liu Entertainment backing this, the film's a sure hit. I forced a tight smile. Willow, my supposed boss, had barely invested in me for 2 years. Every project I landed was on my own grind. As the room buzzed, a server wheeled in a half-man-tall custom fondant cake. 3 days of work, $100,000 worth of sculpted figures of our main characters. I grabbed the mic and stepped forward. Then Willow appeared, hand in hand with Makoto. Lake blue silk gown. Matching blue suit. Perfect couple vibes. Sharp pain jabbed at me. I never told her about this banquet, so why was she here? So that's why you obediently apologized this morning, because of this? Willow tossed me a check casually. Today's Makoto's birthday. But he heard you're raising funds for the movie and came to help promote it. Makoto loves movies. Make a good one, we'll support it. Whispers went wild. I didn't take the check. Makoto went straight for the cake, eyes wide. It's so beautiful. Can I have a piece first? Willow smiled indulgently. Of course. It's your birthday. Makoto reached for the fondant figure. My chest tightened. I lunged forward, but he used my momentum, fell straight into the cake. Crush. The cake collapsed. Porcelain shards pierced my arm. Blood mixed with cream and fondant. My chaos, my humiliation, all physical. Makoto's eyes turned red. Torch. I know you hate me, but why'd you push me? Willow rushed over, ignored me entirely, and checked Makoto. Just a swollen knee, she said. That's just a cake. Why are you, look at his knee. I tried explaining. That wasn't a regular cake, it was... Enough. Willow cut me off coldly. Just because you won Best Actor, you think you can be a diva? Someone like you bullying others? Liu Entertainment won't give a dime. I stared at her. 3 days, $100,000, symbolic figures meant to honor the film, gun. Whispers shifted. Aren't they already engaged? What's going on? The cake's ruined. Bad omen. What if the film flops? Each word stabbed. My eyes felt like ash. Willow, surprise, guilt, confusion flickered in her eyes. Makoto cut her off, bitter smile. I'm sorry, my fault. Made George angry. Someone like me should just die. She left, crushing the fondant figure under her heel. Chaos, ruin, blood on my arm. Pale, I covered the wound and forced a smile. Sorry for the mess. Filming starts tomorrow. Hope you all still support us. I'll deliver a film worth it. Chapter 5. Banquet ruined. In the lounge, I treated my arm. David, my assistant, choked up. George, this is insane. Everyone knows Willow is your fiancée. Isn't she publicly humiliating you? I stayed quiet, staring at the gash. My real worry, would this delay tomorrow's shoot? It wasn't Makoto's sabotage that hurt most. It was Willow forgetting velvety warmth. My mom, a famed screenwriter, had written it. Story of a poor orphan climbing mountains to achieve dreams. Her last work. I was born into a ruthless wealthy family. My father's illegitimate kids wanted the inheritance. My mom was my only support. When she died, the only way to get my father's resources was to win, everywhere. I couldn't let her work die. Countless directors turned me down, shooting deep in Liangshan, realistic mountain scenes, high cost. Dad refused a cent, heartless, whispers from his mistress. At rock bottom, Willow gave me the first investment. Single-parent kid, grateful for my mother. At my mother's grave, Willow had vowed, red-eyed. Auntie, I'll stay by George. Every movie we finished together. I was grateful. Pushed myself, finally became best actor. Had my own space, didn't beg for investments. But the first stab in the back? Came from her. David gasped beside me. George, that guy's dragging you online. Look. Instagram. #1 trending post. Makoto uploaded my pushing him into the cake video with Willow rubbing his wrist. Caption. As long as you're by my side, any pain's worth it. Netizens exploded. Accusations, boycotts. Needles to my chest. Assistant Tang panicked. George, investors want to pull out. Call Willow. I dialed. 10 rings. Makoto answered. Willow's in the shower. Say it to me. I need to talk to Willow, urgent. Makoto laughed cold. What's that got to do with me? I'm hurt because of you. Willow's cooking for me later. Did you know she got certified as a chef last month just for me? George, you can't even keep a woman. Why live? He slammed the phone. Tried again. My knuckles white. I forced calm. Instagram post. I've never interfered. I have a fiancé. Wedding in 4 days. Please don't slander my mom's final work. Minutes later, 1 million views. Didn't know the storm coming. Back home, packing. Collapsed on sofa. Thunder rumbled. Opened eyes. Flash of lightning revealed Willow's dark, stormy face. Chapter 6. I jumped, slap across my face. Who told you to post about the wedding? Trying to ruin Makoto? Cheek burned. Heart numb. It wasn't me, I tried. Willow's brows tight. If not you, then who? You're the only one who hates Makoto that much. Post a statement clearing him. Don't mention the wedding. In 4 days we'll have the ceremony, but no public hype. Too big? He'll get attacked. Willow, the person I'm marrying isn't you. Cold smile. Not me? Everyone knows George is my simp. Say you won't marry me, who'd believe it? Makoto's too kind. You'll clear his name and quit the industry, or velvety warmth dies. Boom. I froze. Willow, do you know what you're saying? Icy voice. You know I always mean it. The Lu Group's entertainment branch had the industry in its grip, and I knew Willow kept her promises. She herself once promised to fill every Lu-owned cinema with screenings of velvety warmth. And now it was the same person, trying to crush that promise with her own hands. Seeing me swaying, something like reluctance flickered in Willow's eyes, but her voice stayed hard. Of course I know what I'm saying. Look at what the entertainment circle turned you into. Ever since you entered that industry, you became greedy, manipulative. You'd even smile and drink with old producers just to snag a role in some trash web drama. And now you're bullying an innocent person? I won't allow my fiancé to be that kind of man. Makoto is pure and honest, not shallow like you. Everything you're doing now is hurting him. Suddenly I laughed. But I could taste salt at the corner of my lips. So this was how she had seen me all these years. And everything I did was just so I could stand beside her with more dignity. You're crying, Willow panicked slightly and lifted a hand to wipe my tears. I turned my face away. Willow, I didn't bully him. And I won't apologize. Go check the surveillance, watch the footage carefully. And velvety warmth is my mother's work. It has nothing to do with you. Even if I lose everything, I'll still film it. Silence stretched between us. Hopeless. Willow threw down that cold word and walked away. 10 minutes later, a statement appeared online. Mr. Ito has never interfered in anyone's relationship. Everything I've done for him is my own choice. As for George, he suffers from delusions. Lu Entertainment has begun the termination process. 2 sentences nailed me to the pillar of shame. My agent called in a panic. Because of the Lu family's influence, several investors had already bailed. And Willow's only condition was for me to apologize. On the phone, Willow's voice was arrogant. In the background, Makoto was feeding her something. As long as George begs me, I'll reinvest. I didn't apologize. Instead, I grabbed my luggage and walked out of the apartment we'd lived in together for 3 years. David, worried I couldn't afford to film the movie, gave me all his savings. I shook my head with a smile. Don't worry. I have money. I'll fund this film myself. Tell the director to start as scheduled tomorrow. I didn't care about online attacks. I just wanted to shut them up with my work. Thankfully, Willow offered to terminate the contract. Saves me the trouble. From now on, she and I have nothing to do with each other. Early the next morning, I flew to the filming location. The mountain village air was fresh, and I finally felt lighter. The first few scenes went smoothly, perfect in one take. Just as the director yelled, "Cut," a voice rang out. "This looks so fun. Willow, I want to try it too." My chest tightened. I never expected Willow to bring Makoto here, both dragging suitcases no less. When the director asked why they were here, Willow casually explained, "My assistant's been tired lately. I thought I'd bring him to a local B&B to relax. Didn't expect to run into you." My heart thudded heavily. I feared more trouble was coming. Makoto came up, interrupting the shoot. "Willow, let me try the wire flying rig too." Willow's voice softened, full of affection. "Okay." She turned to the director. "My assistant wants to try the equipment. You don't mind, right?" The director looked at me uneasily. "President Liu, our time is tight, and we can't let someone without training use the stunt rig." Makoto hugged Willow's arm, looking pitiful. "President Liu, I'm just so jealous George gets to be an actor. Maybe I'm too plain, not worthy of using stuff like this." Willow stroked his cheek gently. "Don't envy him." Then she looked at me. "George, get down. Let Makoto perform this scene." The whole crew froze in shock. The director looked even more troubled. "That won't work. We hired professional actors. He's just..." Willow waved impatiently. "What's wrong with Makoto? He's younger, pure. This role might as well have been written for him. Let Makoto replace him. I'll invest another 10 million. Chapter 7. The entire set fell into stunned silence, waiting for my reaction. Expressionless, I shook my head. "This project is funded by me. Please leave, or I'll call the cops." Willow's face darkened. "What did you say?" "I've already terminated my contract with Liu Entertainment. Did you forget I have nothing to do with your company anymore?" I opened my phone and showed her the termination statement. Willow stared at it for a long time, then gritted out each word. "Don't regret this." She dragged Makoto away, muttering she would give him better resources in the future, 10,000 times better than what I had. I let out a breath and refocused. We filmed through the afternoon and were about to reach the most crucial scene when someone from props ran over in a panic. "Director, bad news. The longevity locket is broken." My heart lurched. I rushed into the props room. Makoto was standing there with a worried expression. On the floor lay the longevity locket, smashed into pieces. Blood rushed from my feet straight to my head. "What did you do?" Makoto's eyes reddened. I just thought it looked dirty and wanted to wipe it for you, but it slipped. "I'm sorry, I'm too stupid." Willow immediately stepped in front of him protectively. Makoto didn't do it on purpose. I know him, he's always clumsy but always well-intentioned. "At worst, we'll compensate you." I broke. "Compensate? Do you even know what that is?" "That was my mother's keepsake. There's only one in the entire world. And don't lie, this wouldn't shatter like this from a simple fall. It's solid wood, it was smashed deliberately. Not to mention its value, this locket had meaning that could never be replaced." A flicker of guilt flashed in Willow's eyes, but she still defended Makoto. "What right do you have to accuse Makoto of doing it on purpose? You see dirt in everything because your own heart is filthy." I finally lost control. I raised my hand and slapped Willow hard. "Enough. Get out. Both of you, get out." Willow covered her cheek and stared at me for a long time before pulling Makoto away almost childishly. Tears blurred my vision as I knelt and gathered every broken fragment, carefully placing them into my pocket. The day after tomorrow was the wedding with the Su family. These scenes were critical. I couldn't halt production, so I didn't bother arguing further. That night, while I was memorizing my lines, Willow knocked and entered. "It's just a longevity locket. It wasn't worth much. You didn't have to make things so hard for him." Makoto felt guilty and didn't eat anything all afternoon. I closed my eyes. Get out. I don't want to talk to you. You, Willow's expression twisted with frustration, her beautiful eyes wide. How can you be this stubborn? Fine, on the wedding day, I'll give you a solid gold longevity locket. Will that make you happy? I was just about to say I wasn't marrying her, when suddenly a blood-curdling scream ripped through the courtyard. Willow! Help me! Willow bolted out and Makoto stumbled from another room, covered in blood. He collapsed trembling into her arms. Makoto, what happened? Who hurt you? Makoto cast a timid glance at me. His clothes were torn and bleeding from his arms and thighs. Willow panicked. Was it George? Did he do something to you? And no, it wasn't George, it's all my fault. He gritted his teeth, then suddenly knelt in front of me, sobbing loudly. I broke George's longevity locket. I deserve any punishment. But George, please, I'm begging you, don't have someone kill me. My ears rang. I stared into Willow's disbelieving eyes. George, what did you do to Makoto? Two young men, temporary crew workers, still confused, walked out of the room. The director and crew gathered around. We were about to sleep when this guy ran in holding a bloody knife. We tried to calm him down, and he suddenly started screaming that we were trying to kill him. Makoto curled into Willow's arms, crying harder. You're all together. I can't defend myself. Forget it, I accept it, go ahead, hurt me. I inhaled sharply. Makoto, don't make accusations without proof. There's surveillance here. But before I could finish, a brutal slap exploded across my face. Willow's hand was still frozen midair, her eyes bloodshot with fury. George, how could you be this vicious? Who else besides you would send people to hurt Makoto? Chapter 8. That slap crushed what little dignity I had left, grinding me into the dirt. Even the people around us couldn't stand it anymore. David rushed forward. President Liu, this is too much. George has been filming the whole time. How could he possibly arrange something like this? The two temporary workers protested too. We never tried to kill him. We don't even know him. He's acting paranoid. Willow's expression turned ice cold as she shot them a chilling warning. From today on, you're banned from the entire industry. Then, holding the trembling Makoto in her arms, she gave me one last cold glance. You'll pay for what you've done today. After they left, I collapsed onto the ground completely hollow. Within hours, the entire internet was flooded with scandals about me. The public outrage snowballed. But I still had to force my shattered heart to keep filming. Time was money. I couldn't afford delays. Yet halfway through the shoot, a group of people stormed onto the set with sticks in their hands. President Liu said George must quit the entertainment industry immediately. He'll never film again. You dared to hurt someone President Liu cherishes? We're here to teach you a lesson. Before I could react, a heavy stick slammed into me. Chaos erupted. Crew members were beaten. Stop. Please, take the money, just don't touch my mother's script. But those crazed fans wouldn't listen. They smashed cameras, burned my mother's script, and recorded themselves laughing. President Liu looked. He's coughing blood now, he won't be filming anymore. We burned his script too, let's see how he films now. No matter how hard I knelt and begged, they didn't stop. By the time police arrived and drove them off, one of my ribs was broken. I could only lie on a hospital bed, hooked to IVs. Meanwhile, Willow had flown abroad with Makoto for vacation. In their vlog, Makoto leaned in and pecked Willow's lips. She looked surprised, but didn't pull away. As I watched, my phone buzzed with a message from Willow. Tomorrow is the wedding. If you apologize publicly to Makoto and announce your retirement from the entertainment industry, I'll come back to attend. Otherwise, the groom changes. Your wedding will be given to Makoto instead. She attached a photo, Makoto wearing the groom's tuxedo that was originally mine. Willow in a wedding dress, holding his arm. The two standing before a mirror, looking like a perfect couple. I moved my fingers. As you wish. As you wish, I will never marry you. David squeezed my hand, heartbroken. But I only laughed. Don't worry. The more they try to destroy me, the more I'll prove that I, George, am not someone who can be broken. The script was burned, but I'd read it tens of thousands of times. I could recite it backward. Enduring the pain, I poured everything into my performance. With the last functioning camera, we finally filmed the remaining scenes of velvety warmth. When the rough, battered shoot finally ended, I bowed deeply to the entire crew and doubled everyone's pay. Then I grabbed my luggage and boarded a plane to the capital. During the send-off, David held my hand with tears in his eyes. I smiled at him. Don't cry. Your brother's going to get married. Smile when you send me off. After the honeymoon, I'll come back and take you to film the next project. David finally laughed and wished me a safe journey. When I stepped onto the plane, my phone buzzed. Willow was calling. I didn't answer. I blocked her number and gazed out the window. Willow, from now on, the mountains are high and the roads are long. We will never cross paths again. Chapter 9. When Willow discovered she had been blocked on WeChat, she was trying on wedding dresses. Willow, this one is gorgeous too, try it on. Makoto's voice carried that sticky sweetness Willow used to love. But now, it just grated on her nerves. That's enough, Makoto. We should head back. Tomorrow was their wedding day, and the venue was already decked out. Yet the cold red exclamation mark on her phone's screen instantly crushed the last bit of hope in her chest. What the hell is wrong with George? He should be thinking about how to apologize to me right now. Willow clenched her phone so tight her knuckles went white. Willow, is George still sulking with you? Makoto leaned close, his hand naturally resting on hers. How about we just go ahead with the wedding tomorrow? I'll wear the groom's suit and play along with you. I get men. George is clearly jealous and wants you to coax him. He's probably stalking your every damn move right now. As long as we hold the wedding tomorrow, he'll be jealous enough to come running to beg forgiveness. You've treated him way too well in the past, so he doesn't cherish you and keeps throwing tantrums. Only when he sees his real feelings clearly will he get it. You're the most important person. Looking at Makoto's gentle, understanding smile, Willow reached out and touched his face appreciatively. Makoto, you really are the sweetest. If he were even half as sensible as you, I wouldn't have to worry myself sick every day. But maybe this is good, let him learn his lesson. Makoto's last words hit Willow straight in the chest. Ever since George entered the entertainment industry, the guy who used to be clean and pure had become tainted, strange, unfamiliar. As she spoke, she held Makoto's hand and let him take photos to post online as the official announcement. Two hands, wearing wedding rings with the caption, "We're getting married tomorrow." The post exploded instantly. The girlfriend of dating influencer Makoto was Willow of the Lu Corporation, and they were tying the knot tomorrow. Seeing the rapidly rising views and shares, Makoto beamed. See, Willow? Told you this would work. George is gonna see it. If we add another spark, I bet he'll be begging for your forgiveness in no time. Willow chuckled lightly. Go on then, what else you got in mind? Makoto's grin grew even brighter, a flicker of desire flashing in his eyes. Since we made it public, why don't we go register our marriage at the Civil Affairs office tomorrow? Getting the certificate will make it feel real. Only then will George truly believe it. Willow went blank. Get the marriage certificate? It was enough to make George realize his mistakes. But was it too much? Even though a divorce certificate could be obtained afterward, there was still a 30-day cooling-off period. Would George be angry? Just as she hesitated, Makoto suddenly looked anxious. Willow, you disagree? Her expression instantly cooled. Makoto, that idea's a bit overboard. We already made the announcement, George will see it. Now we just wait for him to beg for forgiveness. Are you crying? Makoto gave a bitter smile, his eyes reddening, voice trembling. Willow, I know how much you care about George, but you know how obsessive he is. You terminated his contract and cut all investment in his film, yet he still went into the mountains to shoot without a peep. If you don't go through with this, George will instantly know the wedding's fake and meant to trick him. That won't provoke him at all. Then he'll never listen to you again. I'm doing this for your sake, Willow. Seeing him that sincere, Willow couldn't say no. Fine. Tomorrow, we get the certificate and hold the wedding. By then she wanted to watch George go full panic mode, and then lay down the rules. He must quit the filthy entertainment industry and obey her from that moment on. The thought of seeing George's panicked face tomorrow made Willow curl her lips in anticipation. She didn't notice the flash of hatred in Makoto's eyes. Makoto thought coldly. Once we get that certificate, I'll officially be the son-in-law of the MO family. Then I'll grab Willow's heart completely. Chapter 10. The next morning, sunlight poured in bright and warm. Willow and Makoto stood early at the entrance of the Civil Affairs office. Seeing all the couples lining up, panic surged in her chest. George hadn't come home last night, and all his stuff was gone. She knew he was throwing a tantrum, but, damn, this was extreme. Willow had her assistant try contacting George, only to find he'd blocked every single way connected to her. Willow's blood boiled. He's getting bolder and bolder. Fine, let's see how far he's gonna push this. Early that morning, she dressed neatly and brought Makoto to register their marriage. But now, with the registration window right there, her mind was filled entirely with George. Back in middle school, George had been tall, handsome, the campus crush everyone swooned over. But he wasn't arrogant. She'd once seen him timidly talking to a very ordinary boy in class. Her curiosity grew. She asked around and learned. Oh, he's the young master of the Wang family. His dad has a ton of illegitimate kids. Yeah, he may look good and have money, but at home? His status is low. Dad barely acknowledges him and his mom. Isn't his mom Jiang Muya, that famous screenwriter? I heard he wants to act, but his dad forces him to study finance. Otherwise, he'd never get the family business. Willow felt pitiful for George. Someone who seemed to have everything, yet inside, lonely, insecure, introverted, always trying to please everyone. So one day after school, Willow followed him and struck up a conversation. You're from the Wang family, right? My dad saw your dad at a banquet. Our families know each other and live close. I can walk you home. The sparkle in George's eyes warmed her heart. Time flew, more than 10 years of youth. Her love nurtured George into the towering man he was today. The marriage alliance between their families was her idea. And when George agreed without hesitation, her heart leapt. George is mine, she thought. I want to give him a complete home, make him happy. A voice snapped her out of her thoughts. Willow. Makoto tugged her wrist, smiling brightly. It's our turn to fill out the form. Willow stared blankly at the marriage registration form. The words swayed, blurred. No, this isn't right. People paused, glancing puzzled. Willow. Makoto urged, anxious. What are you spacing out for? Hurry up, I'm live streaming, okay? Fans are watching. This wasn't right. The person she was supposed to marry was George, not Makoto. Enough! Willow screamed, slapping Makoto's phone from his hand. She glared at him. Who told you to livestream? Who told you to decide everything and make it public? My groom is George, not you. Don't you dare pull this stunt on me. Makoto fell to the ground, disbelief in his eyes. Willow, didn't we agree? How do you expect the internet to see me now? Heartbroken, Makoto bolted from the building. Chapter 11. Willow froze for a moment, listening to whispers, then ran out to catch up. Sorry, Makoto. I wasn't targeting you. I'm just not feeling well. Let's forget the certificate. I'll take you home first. Makoto lowered his gaze, hiding the venom in his eyes, but kept his understanding expression. It's okay, Willow. I get it. Willow sighed in relief. Thanks, Makoto. That house you liked? I'll buy it for you. Consider it a reward for helping me act this whole thing out. She sent him home, telling him to never live stream again. But the moment she left, Makoto went nuts. He smashed everything on the table, cursing like crazy. Why can't you forget George? Damn it. He should have died on set. After raging for a while, he suddenly made a call. Instantly, his expression switched to flattery. Hello, Maria? It's Makoto. I missed you. Willow tried everything but couldn't reach George. His empty home felt like her own heart at that moment. Luis, call George's friends. Go check the clubs he hits, and the library. Then she remembered a collectible she'd bought overseas, meant for George, but mixed in with items for Makoto. She needed to take it back. When she drove to Makoto's building, a luxury car was parked outside. She recognized it, Maria, from a rival entertainment company. Her heart tightened as she went upstairs. The door was ajar, clothes scattered everywhere. Standing at the doorway, she saw the obscene scene. "Baby boy, you're so wild. Willow hasn't touched you yet, has she?" Someone like her, so fake. "She's still thinking about George, but I'll win her over soon. Then I'll make sure she invests in your project." Maria laughed, running her hand over Makoto's abs. "You're impressive. I heard you encouraged Willow to ruin George's rep." Makoto wrapped his arms around Maria, older than his mom, and kissed her hungrily. "Of course. I just acted pitiful and Willow destroyed George's career for me. Best Actor Award? That's mine. Maria, don't worry. Sooner or later, Lou Entertainment ours." Chapter 12. The sounds from the bedroom got filthier. Willow's scalp went numb, blood rushing to her head. So, everything had been a lie. Makoto had deceived her all along. She forced herself to stay silent, resisting the urge to storm in and beat them to death. Quietly she left. At Lou Entertainment's top-floor office, Willow slammed her computer in fury. Dig up every piece of dirt on Makoto. Hours later, her assistant returned with a thick stack of files. "It's all here, President Lou." He hesitated. "Also, some files on Best Actor George. You might want to see them." The more Willow read, the more terrified she got. Her hands trembled violently. So back then, George had even gotten hurt because of her. A powerful figure from XX Entertainment had tried to sabotage Lou Entertainment's projects behind the scenes, giving Willow endless headaches. During that time, George was crazy busy. She barely saw him. She threw huge tantrums. Later, rumors said George frequently visited a private club owned by an entertainment mogul, suspected of shady dealings. The entertainment industry was full of fake scandals, but when George's name was involved, Willow lost it completely. She'd fought with him fiercely back then, and they hadn't spoken for a month. It wasn't until Lou Entertainment survived the crisis and George got sick that she kinda reluctantly patched things up with him, though a tight knot had formed in her chest. Now, staring at these documents, Willow finally got it. George had straight up given up his own resources to stop that rival company from gunning for her. And that club visit? Totally staged by that company boss who forced him to drink. Willow shut her eyes. When she opened them again, pure murderous intent burned in her gaze. Makoto. Turns out, Makoto had always been a shady scammer, even back in the day. He'd slept with a female teacher in high school and kept trying to wreck other people's families. Later, scared of getting sued by the teacher's husband, he bolted to North City for college, and that's where he met her. George had never touched him. Every shady move after that? Pure Makoto scheming behind the scenes. And she'd hurt the one man she loved most because of this slimy bastard. Makoto. That damned bastard. Her assistant spoke cautiously, a little trembling. "President Lou, please calm down. Anger ain't good for your health." He'd followed Willow for years and rarely saw her this fired up. The last time she looked like this? When some idiot slandered Mr. Wang right in front of her. "That idiot wants to be my husband, doesn't he?" Willow's fingers brushed along a fruit knife. The cold gleam caught in her eyes. "Tell him, the wedding will go on as planned." She would make him understand exactly the price one paid for scheming and clawing to become Willow's husband. Chapter 13. An hour later, Willow called Makoto, her tone weirdly gentle. "Makoto, I think your previous suggestion can still happen. But, we can hold the wedding first. How about tomorrow?" Makoto sounded tired at first, but the moment he heard her, he perked right up. "That's amazing, Willow. I'm so happy. Oh no, I'm happy for George. I'll start prepping right away. I'll play my part perfectly tomorrow." As soon as the call ended, an assistant knocked on Makoto's door. "Mr. Ito, these are the documents President Lou asked you to sign." Makoto blinked. "What documents?" Expressionless, the assistant said, "They're share transfer agreements. President Lou prepared them just for you." The moment he heard the word shares, Makoto lost it. Without even glancing, he eagerly signed his name. Once the assistant left, he started daydreaming about his rich boy life while heading to shower. Seeing the red marks all over his body, he grimaced. Gotta get these to fade fast. I'm planning to seduce Willow in the next few days. If she sees them, it's over. But thinking of the riches soon to come? Makoto was way too hyped to sleep that night. Next morning, he showed up at the wedding venue as instructed. Inside the dressing room, he slipped into a custom luxury suit he'd been dreaming about. Heart racing, he admired the $1 million watch on his wrist. Vanity maxed out, he immediately went live. Babies, I'm about to get married. Send me your blessings. Viewers flooded in, and bullet comments exploded across the screen. Didn't they cancel the wedding? Why a ceremony again? Wasn't Willow only marrying George? WTF's going on? Makoto, careful, you might just be a prop in their game. Makoto scoffed. Don't misunderstand my babies. My wife just misspoke last time. Her heart's all mine. That scandal-ridden so-called movie star? Probably out of the biz already. The wedding started. Under everyone's gaze, Makoto strutted down the red carpet. At the end stood Willow, dressed in an exquisite gown, stunning as a goddess. His cheeks flushed, heart pounding. Dream life? Almost in reach. Makoto reached for her hand. Then lights out. Cold steel snapped around his wrist. A handcuff. Willow, what the hell is this? An impromptu wedding performance? He stammered. Hey, why are your hands so rough? In the darkness, Willow's voice slithered out. Cold, demonic, bone-chilling. Open your filthy eyes and see who you're holding. The other end of the handcuff? A woman easily 200 pounds, over 50, greasy hair plastered to her forehead, rolls of fat, skin issues, and the foulest stench. Before you, let me go. Willow stood aside, arms crossed, smiling with zero warmth. So, Makoto, you like the wife I picked for you? Makoto went blank. How could this happen? His wife should be a peerless beauty, richer than anyone. Someone like Willow, a queen among women. Who the hell was this monstrosity? Hubby, I'm Laura, the woman said, grinning. President Liu gave me to you. Take care of me. I'll give you a big, healthy baby boy. The stench hit him square in the face. Makoto turned pale and dry-heaved. Then, a bunch of rural couples stormed the stage, grinning ear to ear, clinging to him. President Liu, this son-in-law you picked is perfect. Strong, good for the bed. We'll take him back to the village now. Don't forget the money. Willow smiled lightly. Don't worry. You'll get every cent. Makoto was dragged off, terrified. Willow, what are you doing? I'm supposed to be marrying you. She laughed coldly, disgust in her eyes. You must be dreaming. You, Makoto, think you're worthy of me? My husband has always been George. Only George. Chapter 14. Makoto struggled, but the handcuffs and the 200-pound woman chained to him made escape impossible. No. I refuse. Let me go. I'll call the cops. Laura slapped him hard. Who are you calling a pig? I'm the one who slaughters pigs in my village. And you still want to run? Listen, once you enter our house, you're stuck. Work every day. Kids don't wait for anyone. Her mother jabbed his forehead with a sharp nail. You unlucky brat. Treat your wife like this before entering the house? Legs will get broken. Plenty of chores waiting. Help our Jean give birth to 2 sons or else. Seeing Willow's cold indifference, Makoto finally broke down. Willow, this is illegal. I'm live streaming. My fans won't let you off. Live streaming? Perfect. Willow picked up his phone, faced the camera, and spoke clearly. My fiancé has always been George. We grew up as childhood sweethearts. Today should have been our wedding. But Makoto ruined it. And yesterday, he personally signed a contract agreeing to marry Laura. She held up the document, the same share transfer agreement Makoto had signed. On the surface, share transfer. Reality, he must marry Willow's designated person and never return to North City. As for the shares? The company was a debt-ridden empty shell. Makoto's eyes widened, voice cracking. You tricked me, you filthy b****. What did I ever do to deserve this? Viewers were stunned. Willow released the video of Makoto and Laura together, plus the footage of him faking an assault on set and framing George. Evidence piled high. Makoto collapsed, knees giving way, crying pitifully. I'm sorry, President Liu. It's all my fault. I shouldn't have tried to hurt George. I don't want to marry this fat pig. Save your breath. Spend the rest of your life repenting. Willow didn't even look at him as Laura's family dragged him away. Chaos erupted. Reporters live-streamed everything. But Willow didn't care. She opened Instagram, holding roses and a ring, standing before a backdrop of George's photos forming his face. George, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Please, give me another chance. She even offered 20% of her company's shares to show sincerity. The post went viral, over 1 million likes. Praise poured in for her devotion. She told her assistant, hurry. Get my post trending. George must see it. Redecorate the wedding venue. We walk in together once he's back. Her assistant dashed off. Hundreds of thousands later, the post hit #1. Willow exhaled, heart slightly relieved. She knew George would get the secret childhood signal. Then, an even crazier headline popped. Breaking, Best Actor and Best Actress tie the knot. My childhood is back. Iconic George and Anna duo married. Willow's brain froze. Her blood ran cold. No, this is fake. George loves me. How could he marry someone else? Before she could step out, a notification popped up. George and Anna wedding live stream. Hands trembling, Willow tapped it. On the screen, George, in a crisp groom's suit, standing at the altar, waiting for the bride, walking toward him. Chapter 15. Inside the capital's most luxurious hotel. White roses flooded the hall, scent thick in the air. A grand wedding in full swing. I was wearing a handcrafted $1 million suit, looking like a prince out of a fairy tale. Anna beside me looked stunning, features flawless like a painting. Together, we were a living masterpiece, perfectly matched. Guess? Only celebrities and high society elites, plus a bunch of international actors. Entertainment reporters were buzzing, cameras flashing like crazy, all trying to be the first to drop exclusive wedding highlights. I'd also invited a bunch of my longtime diehard fans. Oh my god, this Best Actor times Best Actress centuryship is too pleasing to the eyes. Woo woo, I can't believe I lived long enough to see them end up together. George is finally walking the road of glory, may he be happy forever. The host, a big name in the entertainment world, let out a sigh after finishing his opening spiel. Everyone here is an old friend of the showbiz circle. Feel free to chat. Now, since you two finally ended up together, any stories or emotional journeys you want to share? Anna and I exchanged a grin, emotions swirling. Of course we do. Our story's a long one. When I first entered the industry, my first drama had me acting opposite Anna. She came from a traditional performing arts family, always grinding hard, never caught up in romance rumors with male actors. To nail a role, she once jumped into icy seawater midwinter and even got seriously hurt filming action scenes. Mad respect. I took her as my role model. But we argued. A lot. On-screen couple, off-screen rivals. Even the tiniest disagreement had us clashing. She once roasted my acting so hard I thought she hated me. Yet, she'd also shield me from forced drinking at events, give me hangover meds, run to buy food when my blood sugar crashed, secretly stock my favorite snacks in the break room. Every tiny thing she did was love. Problem was, back then I was head over heels for Willow, blind to anyone else. When I flexed, pretending it wasn't on purpose, that Willow and I were engaged, Anna blew up. George, have you lost your mind? You're willing to marry just anyone? I shot back. Wow, Miss Movie Queen, I'm choosing a wife, not a script. Who are you to tell me what to do? She called me a love brain, said I'd regret it. And yep, she was right. I stubbornly defended Willow. Argument ended ugly. But not long ago, when I was getting shredded online, everyone ghosted me, afraid of Liu Entertainment, including celebs and companies. Anna Sue came through. She used her PR power to clear my name, offered me a contract with Sue Entertainment when I got fired. When I boarded the plane to the capital, humiliated and exhausted, her cold, proud face held only concern for me. "Don't want to marry me?" she asked. Too late. A bet's a bet, you lost. Thinking about it, I realized Anna and I actually got together thanks to a bet. But I didn't marry her just because of that. She taught me that only at rock bottom do you see who really stands by you. May we spend our lives together, never parting until our hair turns white. Applause erupted. My custom diamond rings sparkled under the lights. One of a kind. I slipped it onto her finger, and it fit perfectly. My eyes welled up. My dream wedding, finally real. The host asked, "Mr. George, do you take Miss Anna to be your wife, to never abandon each other?" I heard my voice clear and steady, "I do." Anna and I kissed, overflowing with happiness. Then, bam, a sharp, furious voice cut through the air. "I object. You can't get married." Everyone froze. Willow stormed in, bloodshot eyes, wrinkled dress, hair messy, sweat on her forehead. Clearly she'd run here. Only her arrogance remained. She glared at me. "George, stop fooling around. How can you secretly marry someone else behind my back? End this farce and come back to North City with me. Our wedding can start immediately." She reached for my wrist. Anna pulled me behind her, protective. "Miss Lou," Anna said, narrowing her eyes, "breaking up a marriage is worse karma than tearing down 10 temples. What you're doing is seriously immoral." Willow smirked mockingly. "Huh, didn't expect the one stealing my man would be you, Queen Sue. Enough. Stop wasting time. George, come with me." She grabbed my wrist, but I flung her hand off coldly. "President Lou, you've crossed the line." "Sorry, but we've already registered our marriage. As legally recognized husband and wife, dragging me away in front of my wife counts as kidnapping." Originally, I'd planned to show the marriage certificates later, but Willow's intrusion forced my hand. She stared at them, pupils wide, until landing on the embossed official seal. "George, you're doing this on purpose, right? You don't love her. We've been together so many years." Her legs wobbled. She stumbled back 2 steps. Whispers spread. Fans who shipped me and Anna rushed forward. "Wow, you really have the nerve to say our queen is stealing your man? Who even are you to him? Didn't you already have a boyfriend?" Someone pulled up her old vlogs with Makoto. Internet never forgets. Traveling, kissing videos, and now she tries leeching off our best actor's popularity? Willow's face went pale. "It's not like that. Makoto means nothing. I never loved him. I only did it for vlogs, to piss you off. I admit, I wanted you to quit showbiz, but everything I did was to protect you." I couldn't help but laugh coldly. "Protect me? You call that protection? Letting Makoto slander me? Letting him bully me? Letting you smear my name online, terminate my contract? Letting people wreck my filming set and burn my mother's script?" Willow froze. "Wait, I never told anyone to burn the script." Anna laughed coldly. "President Lou, early-stage dementia, maybe? Spent too much time clinging to Makoto and lost a few brain cells? Don't worry, we won't judge. You can visit the Sue family's private hospital, we'll give you a discount." I squeezed Anna's hand, amused by her savage tongue. "No, I didn't order anyone to burn the script," Willow whispered, trying to recall. "People had been Makoto's acquaintances. She only told them to pressure me to quit, not burn the script." "It must have been Makoto who ordered it," she stammered, trembling. "Really, it wasn't me. George, please believe me. Your mother, how could I ever burn her life's work?" I waved my hand coldly. "Doesn't matter. Whoever did it doesn't matter." I finished shooting Velvety Warmth's most important parts. The rest? Smooth sailing. No one will stand in the way again. Anna held my hand tight. "You suffered before, but Sue Entertainment's got your back now. No one can hurt you. And anyone eyeing my husband again? Forget surviving in this industry." Chapter 17. Watching the sweetness between Anna and me, Willow felt her heart being sliced apart. Lips trembling, she tried to speak, but 2 security guards blocked her instantly. I held Anna's arm, grinning, completely unbothered. Anna kissed my cheek lightly, eyes full of tenderness. If I had known what you went through, I should have stolen you away long ago. All right, wedding continues. Get the irrelevant person out. With that, Willow was dragged away. Outside, hearing our laughter inside, the world turned dark for her. Enraged, she sent someone to interrogate Makoto. Makoto spilled everything. He'd ordered the script burned. Already imprisoned, beaten daily, too scared to lie. Willow's hands shook as she ordered him tortured more. Meanwhile, the wedding video went viral. Willow, trying to sabotage it, failed spectacularly. Tag instantly changed from devoted woman to clown who hijacked a wedding. Netizens roasted her hardcore, edited her meltdown into a meme that shot to #1 on Bilibili. Stock price of Lu Corporation even dipped. My reputation? Fully redeemed. Fans who'd scolded me before flooded Instagram, apologizing and helping promote velvety warmth. Alright, here's your script rewritten in a fully human tone, keeping every single word, injecting some slang, and making it more engaging and lively, nothing extra added. I generously gave all of them the same reply. Thanks for the love, guys. Velvety Warmth is wrapping up filming soon. Catch ya in theaters. As for Makoto's Instagram? Flooded with hate. Dude hadn't posted a single response. No one even knew what the heck he was up to. But honestly, I didn't give a damn. Anna had already booked our tickets to the country of romance. Here, your fave, France, she said, sliding back into her usual proud as heck tone. Who was it again who said taking photos under the Eiffel Tower feels magical? I grinned, wrapped my arm around her waist, and planted a kiss on her. Queen Sue, you're too generous, I said. Does this mean you're gonna spoil me every day? Burgers, fried chicken, no limits. She clicked her tongue, frowning. Those 3 again? Do you even know how unhealthy they are? You trying to become the fattest best actor in the country, or what? She complained, sure, but still ordered all my favorite snacks. I swear, during our honeymoon, those were some of the happiest days I'd had in years. Anna owned an estate in the country of romance. We woke up early to visit vineyards, learned all about winemaking, took countless photos under the Eiffel Tower, wandered through lavender fields, living like some dreamy movie. At sunset, when the scenery was basically straight outta a painting, she wrapped a little blanket around me and cuddled into my arms to watch the stars. If life's a movie, let's make every frame poetic, I whispered. Holding her tight, I realized, even a sharp-tongued woman could be insanely romantic. And for the first time, I got it. When you meet the right person, happiness just happens. The world felt tiny. During our honeymoon, we ran into a bunch of fans. They posted photos with us on Instagram, and before we knew it, everyone was screaming about shipping us again. The Emperor times Queen ship trended for days. Meanwhile, my phone buzzed nonstop with texts from Willow. George, I'm sick. Can you come see me? Lu Entertainment is still saving a spot for you. I'll get you the best resources. Director Zheng wrote a new historical drama. I fought for you to get the male lead. Come back. George, how can you be so heartless? She sent long, emotional messages begging for reconciliation. I was legit stunned. In the past, Willow always acted all high and mighty, never caring about my feelings. She'd mock women who got clingy, saying stuff like, "A woman who becomes a simp has no self-respect. Throwing away your identity is pathetic. George, don't expect me to be like that." You know? She was practically groveling, dangling the same resources she once refused. I stared at her messages quietly. Anna was making soup for me. Seeing me zoning out, she walked over with a cold-ass look. Oh, don't tell me you're getting all mushy over her crumbs of affection. TSK. Everything she gives you, I can give you too, and mine's way better. If Best Actor Wang could be brainwashed this easily, I'd be low-key disappointed. Chapter 18. I kissed Anna on the cheek. Queen Sue, you've improved. You didn't roast me this time. I blocked Willow's new number without hesitation and spent a warm, peaceful afternoon with Anna. After the honeymoon, I got back to work. The second half of Velvety Warmth got finished and hit major theaters soon. Thanks to my new popularity, netizens who never cared about me became fans, flocking to the cinema. Even critics, usually savage with words, couldn't stop praising the movie. George is an outstanding actor. Expect big things from him. Holding a bouquet, I stood at my mom's grave, eyes wet. Mom, we finally made it. Your work got recognized by everyone. You see this? Anna held my hand and bowed deeply. Mom, please rest assured. I'll stay by George's side and love him well. I won't let him suffer even a little. Sunlight hit our interlocked hands, warmth spreading like fire. The little daisies at the grave swayed, like Mom was nodding from above. Time flew, 3 months passed in a blink. Anna flew abroad for filming, and I realized that behind her proud, haughty, princess-like facade, she was clingy like a kitten. Every day, calls, messages, location sharing, no matter how busy she was, she made me feel close. I loved it. Well, she used to vanish for long periods, and I'd pace the house in anxiety, scared to ask too many questions. Anna gave me peace. With that kind of love, my complexion even improved. One day, after filming a commercial, I spotted Willow. She looked worse, thin, pale, exhausted. I tried to sidestep, but she grabbed my wrist. George, please. I have something to tell you. The thugs who smashed your set? I caught them all. They got what they deserved. She pulled out a video. Those men were beaten black and blue, some with broken limbs. I looked at Willow, disappointment rising. You think violence fixes the harm? Everything happened, cause of it. If you hadn't enabled Makoto, none of this would have gone down. She nodded, sad. I'm sorry, George. I know it's my fault. Don't hate me. I shook my head. Willow, I don't hate you. Hate comes from love. I don't love you, so where's the hate gonna come from? Still, she didn't quit. So marrying Anna means you're in love. How long have you even known her? You know this industry. Anna's a best actress, plenty of guys around. Aren't you scared she'll cheat on you? What about you, Willow? Didn't you cheat on me first? I gave her a sharp look. My relationship with Anna isn't your business. I know my heart. I love her, only her. And you? Haven't you cheated countless times? Don't question anyone else's character. I shook her off, got into my assistant's car, and left without looking back. But I underestimated her persistence. My assistant got another collab request from Lou Entertainment. The third time. George, Lou Entertainment is insisting on a collab, offering huge profits. Foreign director Peter is involved. They want you as the male lead. Thoughts? I rubbed my forehead, exhausted. Willow kept finding new numbers despite all I blocked. Clinging. Even after her mask fell off, she tried hard to win me back. Before I could figure out how to cut ties, another call came, from a variety show. Hello, George, sorry to bother. Interested in joining our program? It was Heartwarming Kitchen, a cooking-based show I'd always wanted. I loved cooking, often sharing little dishes on set. I'd even trained my skills for Willow before. Joining could boost my popularity and level up my cooking. 2 birds, 1 stone. Back then, under Lou Entertainment, Willow mocked me. George, switching careers to chef now? You hate oil. You just want to show off on TV, huh? Can't sit still. I felt wronged but didn't argue, missing my chance. Thinking back, Makoto even said Willow once took a chef's certificate for him. Ironic, right? George, the show's on a small island in the South Pacific. Full accommodations provided. Schedule okay? Director, I'm in. I want to be the head chef. Chapter 19. The director was hyped and sent the contract fast. With Sue Entertainment funding, the team started promoting online. George joins Heartwarming Kitchen with a mysterious guest assisting. A video followed, me showing off neat knife skills, whipping up perfect sweet and sour fish in minutes. Netizens went wild. Never thought I'd live to see my idol cook? Must watch. George is the ultimate dream man. Looks, acting, and cooking. If you stan George, you feel blessed. I laughed. After leaving Willow, my career felt like cheat mode activated. Plus, unconditional love and freedom from Anna. Way better than Willow ever was. Fans celebrated. Lou Entertainment? They were shook. Willow, behind her CEO desk, dark and scary, saw me smiling at Anna, feeding her chicken soup. Honey, is it good? Fans lost it, shipping us hardcore, even making gifs of our cheek touch. Willow's eyes went red. George, how could you love her? Her fingers hovered over my phone screen, but she couldn't touch me. Why wasn't she the one with me? Every smile, every moment, it was all Anna now. She called her assistant. Tell Heartwarming Kitchen, I'm joining this episode too. She had to stay close, had to fix this. A week later, I took the production ferry to the island. The base was massive, used for a survival movie before. Dragging my suitcase, I walked toward the camera. Casual clothes, instant warm, approachable vibe. After my intro, Willow appeared. Casual clothes, calm expression, but her eyes kept flicking to me. My heart sank. Why is she here too? Cameras rolling, I forced a smile. Once other celebrity guests arrived, we exchanged brief greetings, then kicked off the first segment, a cooking competition. After each demo, guests had to give a short declaration. I'd already prepped mine. Never showed my cooking before, but I actually love it. Made some original dishes too. Hope to show a different side of me on this program. The classic messy love triangle, now with some real spice. The host asked, So, George, what are you planning to make today? I noticed you dodged all the spicy stuff earlier. I tilted my head, thinking, my lover loves the sweet and sour ribs I make, so that's what I'll cook. Honestly, I avoided spicy dishes because I'm allergic to chili. Can't handle that heat at all. Not far away, Willow was staring at me, heart aching. She knew better than anyone how insane George's cooking was. She remembered every single time he cooked for her before, and she never appreciated it. One time she casually said she wanted spicy boiled fish. George literally spent a whole month perfecting that dish for her. Bandaged fingers from picking fish bones, eyes bloodshot from chili, coughing like crazy. She tasted it, and there was a flicker of amazement in her eyes, but she still went cold. You spent a whole month just for this? George, do you even know what actually matters? Her words hit him like a dagger. Back then George loved her. That's why she got to taste dishes made with care. Now, he only spoke of his lover. When it was Willow's turn, the host asked why she joined the show. She even choked up a little. He messed up once. I regret it deeply. I joined the show because I want to make up for something really important. Actually, I'm pretty good at cooking. I want someone really important to taste it. As she spoke, she glanced at me, maybe without meaning to. I felt nothing, acted like I didn't hear a thing. Pain flickered across Willow's eyes, gone as soon as the host kicked off the first segment. I grabbed ingredients and got to prepping. There was this young, wannabe star actor, Tony, glued to Willow like glue. Willow, sweetie, your fingers are so long, piano hands. Sweetie, I don't know how to clean fish. Help me. One sweetie after another. It made everyone's ears hurt. Willow ignored him, but her eyes kept sneaking to me. Tony noticed but didn't care, sprayed more cologne, leaned closer, making him look even cheaper. Another celeb nearby muttered, "Why does the whole area smell like cheap perfume?" Willow stepped aside, uncomfortable. She wasn't dumb, could sniff out a poser a mile away. She glanced nervously at me, probably scared I'd get jealous. But I was locked in on my ingredients, didn't even look at her. Willow felt humiliated. Tony came over again, shameless. She snapped, "You can't do this, you can't do that. Did you join the show to be a joke?" Tony's face went red, he scuttled back. During the break, Willow approached me. "George, during the tasting later, let's switch plates." Her eyes bright but sad. We were together so long and she never once let me taste her cooking. But I learned cooking because of you. Got a chef's cert and everything. But cut her off cold. President Lou, honestly, this is pointless. I like keeping things clean. No involvement with exes. Keep your distance or I walk off the show. Willow grabbed my wrist instinctively. "George, why are you so cruel? I'm trying to win you back. Are you mad about that guy clinging to me?" I rejected him. I don't need you to win me back. I pulled free, wiped my wrist. Ridiculous. Back then, she got close to Makoto right in front of me. Now, she avoids a minor celeb and comes bragging about it. Willow enough. When we were together, I never ate anything you cooked. Makoto did. Everything meant for your fiancé went to someone else. Now that we're done, you suddenly want to be good to me? And don't treat Tony cold. He's an entertainer, better than Makoto's level. She went pale. True, nothing she could argue. Filming resumed. I served glossy, perfect sweet and sour ribs. The chef judge praised endlessly. Willow didn't care about cameras, wolfed it down like she might never taste my cooking again. Meanwhile, Tony's eggplant disaster got him eliminated first round. He tugged on Willow's sleeve, begging. She ignored him completely. For episodes, Willow tried getting close to me. I was annoyed, asked the director. Why didn't you tell me Willow was joining? I wouldn't have come. Don't worry, Best Actor Wang. A show is a show. If she bothers you, we'll keep you two separated. Frustration didn't fade. I focused on cooking. Director played the behind-the-scenes clips. Ratings went through the roof. Netizens erupted. Why is Willow so shameless? My Best Actor Wang ignored her. She still drags old drama. Exes should behave dead. Why is she plastered on a show? She didn't care, kept hustling to catch up to me. Then the show's mysterious guest arrived. Doors opened slowly. Anna, wearing matching couple loungewear. I froze. Anna? So Anna was the mysterious guest. I didn't expect it, supposed to be filming abroad. How did she even find time? Anna bilinket playfully. Surprised hubby? Camera zoomed in on me. My gaze brightened, excitement undeniable. Willow's face went dark. Why are you here? I'm here to support my husband, of course. Anna glared at Willow, then hugged and kissed me. Problem? I eat my husband's cooking daily, whether I'm here doesn't matter. Vlog played, Anna abroad talking crew, praising my cooking, calling me a picky but real chef. Willow's expression uglier by the second. I laughed. So this was your surprise for me? You're too good at hiding things. I'm an acting queen. How could you see through me so easily? Anna replied, proud. Crew melted at our sweetness. The messy triangle? Director added extra effects. I interacted with Anna, sweetly feeding her, taking photos. Willow clenched fists, lips trembling. Nothing she could do. We were married. She was nothing. Filming wrapped. Willow slunk away, tail between her legs. Back home, thinking of George and Anna, her heart twisted. 3 months passed. Willow kept trying to contact me. She pulled out a thick notebook, eyes misty. Could you give me one more chance? Let me finish these 100 things for you. I recognized the notebook. The 100 little things, our early promise. Back when we were heated, I asked Willow to promise. If we fought or broke up, we'd do 100 little couple things. Kissing on Ferris wheels, photo booths, aquariums. She agreed, though we never finished. Stopped around when Makoto became her assistant. George, give me another chance, please. Willow's voice shook. I hate clinging, but I can't help it with you. I took a deep breath, feelings tangled. Willow, do you know? I almost died because of you. Her pupils trembled. What did you say? It's true. Remember when I was supposed to film Phoenix? I had a brain tumor, needed surgery. But your assistant Makoto said his friend wanted my role, so you forcibly replaced me. They shipped me to the Northwest. Harsh travel worsened my condition. I had to endure 6 months of rough recovery before surgery. When I told you, you thought I was jealous and just making trouble. Willow felt her heart slice into pieces. She wanted to die. You can go check it properly. Makoto must have peeked at my medical report, otherwise he couldn't have done something so vicious. If you really want to do 100 little things, start by getting justice for me back then. Chapter 22. Willow drove down a muddy dirt road, stopped at Laura's house. In the yard, a bloated man fed pigs, cursing Makoto. He looked up at the horn, recognized Willow instantly. You're here. You came to take me back, right? I knew you would. Before he could finish, Willow signaled her bodyguard, who kicked him straight into the pig trough. Makoto screamed like a pig being slaughtered. Laura and her mom rushed out, saw Willow froze. Didn't dare breathe loudly. President Liu, you're here. Is something wrong? Did this useless idiot piss you off again? Willow lowered her head, eyes icy, meeting Makoto's terrified gaze. I'm asking you, when George had a tumor in his brain, you already knew, didn't you? For a split second, guilt flickered across Makoto's face. What tumor? I didn't know anything. Willow got it immediately. Willow, please believe me. I really didn't know George was sick. But Willow kicked him hard in the stomach, nearly folding him in half. How dare you lie? If you hadn't made me hand George's roll over, he wouldn't have been forced out of the crew, and his condition wouldn't have worsened. You knew everything. You provoked him on purpose. You harmed him. Earlier, Willow had gone straight to the company to dig up the truth. Makoto's so-called friend, the one who stole George's role? Still not famous, just some TikTok livestream seller. When Willow caught him and grilled him, he broke down and confessed everything. In the shaky video, he said, President Liu, I told you everything. It was Makoto who told me to steal George's role. He said if George died from the pressure, then your husband would be him. Makoto even kept a notebook full of info on all the wealthy young ladies in North City. He went to some gold digger training, studied everything about targeting rich women. Yeah, he knew George was your fiancé and deliberately got close to you. Makoto finally realized he was screwed. He trembled, trying to explain, but a stinging slap cut him off. Makoto, you're courting death. I'll make sure you understand the price of messing with me. Willow threw a check for $500,000 at Lore. This $500,000 is yours. But I've got one request. From now on, treat him like livestock. Work him like a beast. Make sure he never has one peaceful day again. He is to work until he drops dead from exhaustion. Makoto went limp, despair written all over his face. That would be worse than death. Laura grinned as she grabbed the check. Don't worry, President Liu. Consider it done. Her mother beamed. President Liu is a living bodhisattva. Don't worry, we'll take care of him. Makoto cried hysterically, crawling toward Willow, begging, but Laura had someone drag him inside. Soon, the house echoed with his screams and wails. Willow's car was already far down the road. Thinking about George's suffering, remorse washed over her like crushing waves. She drowned herself in alcohol at a bar. Meanwhile, George made another announcement. Anna was pregnant. In the photo, Anna held her baby bump, face glowing, hands resting gently over it, George's large hands covering hers. His eyes shone with tenderness. Caption, welcoming new life. Double meaning, welcoming the baby and George's own rebirth. Willow collapsed into her chair, completely frozen, unable to move for a long, long time. Chapter 23. I focused entirely on my career. My popularity kept skyrocketing. After Anna got pregnant, I turned down most projects, dedicating myself to being with the soon-to-be mother. Anna, always independent, worried I was wasting time with her every day. Go work, she told me. I frowned immediately. With me, you're the most important. Filming money? None of that matters more than you. We cared for each other deeply. Life was good. One early morning after breakfast, I held Anna's hand, strolling in the park with bodyguards around. Suddenly, a dark figure darted out. George. Hearing that raspy voice, my brows furrowed. Took me a moment, but yeah, it was Makoto. Now bloated, his face blotchy. Once barely handsome, he now looked like a worn-out man in his 40s. I instinctively pulled Anna back, shielding her belly. Makoto. His eyes burned with resentment, yet he collapsed at my feet, sobbing. George, I'm begging you, tell Willow to let me go. I don't want to be treated like livestock anymore. She threw me to a woman over 200 pounds. I'm tortured every day. I finally escaped. For the baby, please save me. My heart skipped. Bodyguards stepped forward immediately. Sir, madam, be careful, he looks unstable. That snapped something in Makoto. He glared at me, teeth clenched. Look at me now, How can you live so comfortably and marry a film queen? I found his words pathetic. Marrying a film queen? In your eyes, I'm only climbing ladders through women? That's short-sighted, and it hurts everyone, including you. What's happening to you now is karma. Makoto shouted, You bastard, George. Why do you get to live well? All I did was try to separate you from Willow. You ruined my life. Yomi, compensate me. Morning exercisers nearby gathered. I stared coldly, unable to comprehend his shamelessness. You, forcing yourself into someone else's relationship like a homewrecker? What right do you have to demand anything? Cut the crap. Everything you want should have been mine. Give it back. He suddenly pulled a knife and lunged at Anna. I kicked him hard. Full force. He flew several meters, clutching his stomach, staring in disbelief. Impossible, how can you fight like that? I chuckled coldly. Been doing action roles lately. Always new self-defense. Attempted murder. You'll get several years easy. Call the cops. Soon, sirens wailed. Makoto's last hope crumbled. Willow rushed over, terrified. George, are you okay? I was sunbathing in the yard. I'm fine. My wife was just scared. Willow sighed in relief, but bodyguards blocked her from coming closer. Don't worry. I'll get justice for you. Makoto was sentenced for attempted murder. Prison was better than staying with Laura. Unfortunately, his cellmates were psychos, arranged by Willow. On his first day, he was tortured until he lost his mind. He alternated between laughing and crying, fully broken. A few days later, he committed suicide. Months passed. Life calmed. Willow vanished from my life. Anna safely gave birth to our daughter Joy. I hoped she'd always live in happiness, never sorrow. The birth of the film queen's daughter made headlines. Anna and I handed out online red envelopes for days. Later, I received a package, a handmade safety lock charm, almost like my mother's old one, carved by Willow. George, I'm not asking for forgiveness. Just accept this for your daughter. I'll do good deeds and pray for you and her. My feelings were complicated, but I kept the charm. Anna called softly from behind, holding our baby, smiling. I tucked the charm away and walked toward my wife and daughter, filled with happiness. From that moment, Willow and I were done, forever.